Most seniors still start their day with a simple slice of bread, thinking it's safe, light, and familiar. But what if that everyday habit is actually draining your energy, slowing your mind, and silently raising your risk of serious health issues like memory loss and diabetes? The wrong type of bread after 60 can spike your blood sugar, inflame your joints, and even increase your chances of a heart attack by up to 47%. And here's the worst part. Most people think they're eating healthy options, when in fact they're doing more harm than good. But there's good news. Some breads do the exact opposite. Backed by new studies, a few specific types of bread can help stabilize your blood sugar, protect your brain, and even support muscle recovery while you sleep. The secret is in how it's made. In today's video, we'll show you the 4 breads you should eat regularly after 60, and 4 you should avoid at all costs. If you want more energy, better digestion, and sharper memory, keep watching, because your morning toast might need a serious upgrade. There's one type of bread that not only avoids harm, but actively supports your body after 60: sourdough. Unlike most breads made quickly with commercial yeast, sourdough is fermented over time, allowing natural bacteria to break down gluten and sugars. This makes it easier to digest, less likely to spike blood sugar, and gentler on your stomach. For many seniors, just this switch alone leads to noticeable improvements in energy and digestion. But the benefits don't stop there. The fermentation process creates compounds that feed your gut's good bacteria, something especially valuable as we age. A balanced gut supports immunity, mental clarity, and even joint health. That means a slice of sourdough in the morning could give you steadier energy, better mood, and less inflammation throughout the day. While white bread triggers crashes, sourdough tends to give stability, and it often has a slightly tangy flavor that seniors come to love. To really benefit, you need the real thing. Look for loaves made only with flour, water, and salt. No sugar, no yeast, no preservatives. Supermarket brands often fake it, using shortcuts that ruin the health benefits. Real sourdough is usually heavier, crustier, and comes from local bakeries or artisan sections. It might cost a bit more, but your body will thank you with every bite. For example, meet Dorothy from Tempe, Arizona. At 67, she struggled with stomach bloating every morning, especially after breakfast. Her daughter suggested switching from whole wheat to sourdough, and within 1 week, Dorothy noticed she no longer felt heavy or gassy after meals. Today, she has 1 slice each morning with eggs or avocado and says it's the best change she's made in years. Some seniors even report better sleep and fewer sugar cravings after making the switch. That's because sourdough helps balance insulin levels and avoid the roller coaster of highs and lows that regular bread causes. You stay fuller longer, with fewer spikes in hunger or energy crashes. It's a subtle shift that creates ripple effects across your whole day. Just be cautious of supermarket versions labeled sourdough style or artisan. These are often misleading. If it doesn't list a starter culture or fermentation time, it's probably not real. When in doubt, ask your local bakery, or better yet, try making your own at home. A true sourdough loaf could be one of the best gifts you give your body after 60. Ezekiel bread is often overlooked, but it's one of the most powerful choices for seniors seeking real nutrition in every bite. Made from sprouted whole grains and legumes, this bread offers complete protein, something essential for maintaining muscle after 60. It's rich in fiber, naturally low in sugar, and packed with vitamins like B6 and folate, which support brain and nerve function. Unlike white bread, it doesn't just fill you, it nourishes you deeply. That's the kind of fuel your body craves now. The process of sprouting grains unlocks more nutrients and reduces anti-nutrients that block absorption. That means your body gets more out of every bite, more magnesium for your bones, more zinc for your immune system, and more iron for energy. And because it digests slowly, Ezekiel bread helps keep blood sugar stable, reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes or energy crashes. For older adults, this stability is not just helpful, it's protective. Your body thrives on consistency. You can find Ezekiel bread in the freezer section of most health-focused grocery stores. It's best eaten toasted, as it tends to be dense and hearty. 2 slices at breakfast or 1 with a light lunch can give you sustained energy for hours. Some seniors enjoy it with almond butter, others with eggs and tomatoes. There's no need to overthink it. Just make the switch and observe how your body responds. Simplicity, in this case, delivers strength. Take Harold from Spokane, Washington. After turning 70, he noticed he was losing strength in his hands and legs. A nutritionist recommended Ezekiel bread to support his protein intake and energy throughout the day. Within a month, Harold reported fewer afternoon slumps and more stamina on his walks. He still eats a slice every morning with peanut butter, calling it his little powerhouse. For him, it wasn't just about bread. It was about taking control. What makes Ezekiel bread unique is that it contains no added sugars, preservatives, or mystery ingredients. It's as close as you can get to real food in a slice. That's important because highly processed breads often hide harmful oils and refined flours that slowly drain your vitality. When you clean up your bread, you clean up your bloodstream, digestion, and even your mood. Food really does become your medicine when chosen wisely. Still, not all sprouted grain breads are created equal. Some use refined flour with just a sprinkle of sprouted grains to trick the label. That's why it's crucial to read ingredients carefully. If the first ingredient isn't sprouted whole grain, move on. Ezekiel is a brand, but many stores offer similar options. The key is transparency. Your body has worked hard for decades. Now it deserves clean, honest nutrition. Now let's talk about a bread that might be sitting in your kitchen right now. White bread. It's soft, convenient, and familiar. But for those over 60, it can quietly work against everything you're trying to protect. Made from refined flour, white bread has been stripped of its fiber, vitamins, and minerals. What's left is a starchy, fast-burning carb that spikes blood sugar and leaves you feeling drained soon after. This sudden spike followed by a crash doesn't just affect your energy. Over time, it can lead to insulin resistance, weight gain, and even increase the risk of heart disease. For seniors, these effects can build up quietly: fatigue, brain fog, and high blood pressure that seem to appear out of nowhere. But often the root is found in simple daily choices. And white bread is one of the most misleading of them all. Many people believe that if it's labeled enriched, it must be good. But that word just means some vitamins were added back in after the refining process removed them. It doesn't make the bread whole again. It just masks the damage. Eating white bread daily is like trying to hydrate with soda. It fills you, but it doesn't truly nourish you. And the long-term cost can be high, especially for aging bodies. Eleanor, from Fort Worth, Texas, always loved her white toast with butter. But at 72, her doctor warned her about rising blood sugar and cholesterol levels. Reluctantly, she agreed to swap white bread for a fiber-rich option just 3 times a week. Within a month, her numbers improved, and she noticed fewer energy dips mid-morning. Today, she says she doesn't even miss the white bread because she feels so much better without it. The danger with white bread is that it feels harmless. It doesn't taste overly sweet, it doesn't look processed, but it acts like sugar in your body. And when consumed regularly, it fuels inflammation, weakens digestion, and can even impact memory. For those seeking longevity and mental clarity, white bread may be a quiet enemy hiding in plain sight. Eliminating it is often the first step to real progress. If you're not ready to cut it out completely, start by reducing your intake to just once or twice a week. Swap it out for sourdough or sprouted bread when possible, and pay attention to how you feel afterward. Your body often tells the truth faster than any label can, and once you feel the difference, that old slice of white bread just won't seem worth it anymore. What kind of bread do you eat most mornings? Have you ever noticed a difference in how your body feels afterward? Let me know in the comments. I read each one. Whole grain bread often carries a health halo, and many seniors switch to it believing they're making the best choice. And in many cases, they are. True whole grain bread is rich in fiber, supports digestion, and helps regulate cholesterol. It contains all parts of the grain, the bran, germ, and endosperm, which offer a steady release of energy. But here's the twist. Not all whole grain breads are created equal, and this is where many fall into a trap. Some breads labeled whole grain or multigrain are mostly made of refined flour, with just a sprinkle of whole grains added for marketing. These imposters raise blood sugar nearly as fast as white bread and don't provide the fiber or minerals your body needs. For seniors trying to manage weight, blood pressure, or energy levels, this can be especially harmful. It creates the illusion of eating well while silently pushing your health in the wrong direction. The good news? Real whole grain bread is easy to identify once you know what to look for. The first ingredient should say 100% whole grain or whole wheat flour. No enriched or bleached flour allowed. The texture is usually denser, and the color tends to be darker and more natural. Try to avoid breads with long ingredient lists or added sugars. Simpler is always better, especially for the digestive system after 60. Let's look at Frank from Boulder, Colorado. At 65, he thought he was doing everything right. He'd cut soda, fried foods, and switched to what he believed was healthy bread. But during a routine checkup, his doctor pointed out elevated blood sugar levels. A nutritionist helped him identify the refined flours hiding in his whole grain loaf. 2 months after switching to truly whole grain bread, Frank dropped 8 pounds and felt more energized. Whole grains provide a slow, sustained energy release, which helps seniors avoid the roller coaster of mood swings and fatigue. They're also known to support gut health and help prevent constipation, a common issue in older adults. With more magnesium, B vitamins, and natural fiber, whole grain bread can truly act as a daily ally in your health routine. But again, only if it's the real thing. So before you take another bite thinking you're doing the right thing, check the label carefully. Marketing tricks are everywhere, but your body can't be fooled. Choose bread that supports your strength, your mind, and your freedom to move comfortably. After 60, every slice matters more than ever. At first glance, raisin bread might seem like a better option. It's often sold in the healthy section, and many seniors assume the raisins add natural benefits. But here's the truth. Raisin bread is one of the sneakiest sugar traps hiding in plain sight, especially dangerous after 60. While it may look innocent, this bread is often loaded with added sugars, syrups, and refined flour, turning a slice into a sugar bomb for your bloodstream. For aging bodies, this spike in sugar can trigger a chain reaction, rapid insulin release, followed by fatigue, brain fog, and even inflammation in the joints. And because it's sweet, many people eat more than one slice, thinking they're doing something good. The result? Blood sugar levels swing wildly, putting extra strain on your heart, liver, and pancreas. Over time, this repeated pattern can raise your risk of diabetes and memory decline. What's worse, some raisin breads even use high-fructose corn syrup, a harmful additive linked to weight gain, fatty liver, and heart disease. And unlike the natural sugars in whole fruits, the sweeteners in these breads come without fiber or antioxidants to buffer the impact. For seniors trying to maintain balance and energy, this is a recipe for exhaustion and chronic inflammation. It's not about the raisins, it's about what's around them. Louise, 74, from Sacramento, used to enjoy 2 slices of cinnamon raisin bread with her morning tea. She believed the raisins were good for her and the cinnamon would help her metabolism. But after months of feeling bloated and foggy, she consulted a dietitian. They found her favorite bread had 9 grams of added sugar per slice. She switched to a low-sugar whole grain bread with real fruit on the side, and her clarity and digestion improved within weeks. Many bread companies play on nostalgia, labeling their raisin loaves as old-fashioned or home-style, but what they're really selling is a dessert disguised as breakfast. It's a dangerous game for seniors who need stability and nourishment, not sugar highs and crashes. Even if the bread smells like childhood, your body today needs smarter fuel. If you love the flavor, Consider adding real raisins to plain oatmeal or plain toast. That way, you control the sugar and get the fiber and antioxidants too. But eating commercial raisin bread regularly after 60 is a mistake that's more costly than most people realize. When it comes to your morning routine, sweet should never mean sabotage. To close our list, let's highlight a bread that truly deserves a place on your plate after 60. Oat bread. Made primarily with oats or oat flour, this option offers a powerful combination of soluble fiber, protein, and complex carbohydrates. For seniors, that means better heart health, improved digestion, and more stable energy throughout the day. Oat bread is also naturally low in fat and usually contains no added sugar, making it one of the cleanest choices available. One of the key nutrients in oats is beta-glucan, a type of soluble fiber known to reduce LDL, bad cholesterol levels. That's critical for anyone looking to protect their heart as they age. In fact, regular intake of oat-based foods has been linked to lower blood pressure and reduced inflammation, two issues that become more common after 60. When included in bread form, it becomes an easy way to make every bite count. Look for oat bread that lists oats or oat flour as the first ingredient, ideally without added wheat flour or corn syrup. Some brands use a blend, so reading the label is essential. Toasting a slice with avocado or cottage cheese in the morning can provide both fiber and protein, helping you stay full and focused until your next meal. It's a simple yet powerful upgrade for any senior's routine. Raymond, 69, from Orlando, had a history of high cholesterol and occasional chest discomfort. After his cardiologist recommended increasing soluble fiber, he swapped his usual white bread for oat bread 5 days a week. 2 months later, his LDL had dropped significantly, and he reported fewer energy crashes in the afternoon. Now, oat bread is a staple in his home, his small daily act of prevention. Beyond heart benefits, oat bread can also support bowel regularity, which many seniors silently struggle with. Its high fiber content feeds good bacteria and keeps things moving without the need for harsh supplements. And because it digests slowly, it helps reduce nighttime hunger or cravings that might disturb your sleep cycle. In short, it supports balance, something every senior deserves. While oat bread isn't as trendy as sourdough or Ezekiel, it's a quiet champion for longevity. Clean, nourishing, and gentle on the body, it's a choice rooted in science and common sense. For those over 60, adding this simple bread to your diet could mean more mornings with energy, fewer health surprises, and a heart that thanks you with every beat. Choosing the right bread after 60 isn't about giving up the foods you love. It's about making smarter swaps that work with your body, not against it. Whether it's sourdough, Ezekiel, whole grain, or oat bread, each choice you make at the table is a quiet investment in your strength, energy, and clarity. And just as the wrong slice can drain you, the right one can help you rebuild from the inside out. Your daily bread should support your freedom to move, think, and enjoy life fully. You've earned that freedom, and your body deserves ingredients that respect it. Every morning is a new opportunity to choose better, feel better, and protect what matters most: your vitality, your peace of mind, and your independence. If today's tips helped you see your bread in a new light, give this video a like. Comment below with your favorite healthy bread or one you plan to try this week. I'd love to hear it. And don't forget to share this with a friend or loved one over 60 who deserves to feel better, one bite at a time.